Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Malik Khalid alias Captain Soil. I live in Casablanca in Morocco. I am a volunteer with Isha Yoga Center in India to support the Safe Soil movement, because top scientists are saying that today desertification is growing in the world at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural land becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil. Then there will be a global food crisis. To mitigate this issue, Sadhguru has launched the Safe Soil movement and made policies that need to be signed and adopted by all countries of the world. These policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil to ensure people's good health. I do challenges to support this movement and raise people's awareness about this topic. I've started recently a new challenge which consists of running every day for 365 days. I can't keep up with the running in the early morning, and today is the 51st day. Are you ready, guys? Let's do this again. Save soil, let's make it happen. 52% of agricultural soil in the world are already degraded. They're already in the desertification stage. And desertification leads to 6 global issues. 1. Food crisis. 2. Water scarcity. 3. Loss of biodiversity. 4. Climate change. 5. Loss of livelihood. And 6. Conflicts and migrations. These 6 global issues will only get worse over time, and food wars are coming. They've already started in some places in the world. If we don't act now, we will be a very regretful generation. The most urgent action to do right now is to save soil, because everything comes from the soil. We came from the soil, food comes from the soil. Soil is the source of everything. And right now, 52% of it is already degraded. Let's see the 6 global issues one by one. First one is food crisis. In 20 years, 40% less food is expected to be produced for a population of 9.3 billion people. There will be more people and less food. This doesn't sound good already, and it will definitely not look good. Right now, approximately 2 billion people in the world suffer already from nutritional deficiencies, which leads to a multitude of diseases. The second global issue is water scarcity. Depleted soils cannot absorb and regulate water flows, which leads to water scarcity, droughts and floods. Organic matter can hold up to 90% of its weight in water and release it slowly over time. This is a big help in drought-prone areas. The third biggest global issue is the loss of biodiversity. During the last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects living in the soil has gone. Scientists are saying that 27,000 species of life forms are going extinct every year. This is a big genocide against life. It's the planet Earth which is dying, because these biomass insects are the sustainers of life. It's a slow death for the Earth, the planet. First the biomass insects, then the animals, then plants, then humans. if we don't act now, we will condemn ourselves. These biomass insects living in the soil are responsible for the level of vitamins and nutrients present in fruits and vegetables for our health. So depleted soils means depleted food. Depleted food means depleted humans. Depleted humans means sick humans. And sick humans means consumption of medicines. This is a negative matrix, guys. And the first three big industries in the world are the first one is armaments, the military. The second is alcohol and cigarettes, and the third is big pharma, the industry of medicines. So sick humans, they go to buy medicines from dark stores, from big pharma. This is to sustain the actual industries in the world. This is to keep the lobbies, the members of the hidden societies in the position of power and leadership. And these guys don't care about people. They don't care about us. They only care about money making. So when you see resistance about safe soil movements, don't be surprised, because safe soil movements will improve human health. Not only this, there has been scientific studies showing that the level of consciousness of people is directly related to the richness of the soil on which they walk upon. This safe soil movement, the implementation of the safe soil policies will increase not only human health, but also human consciousness. And what is consciousness? Consciousness is pure intelligence. This will make people more conscious, more aware, more intelligent, more present. And a present person, an aware person, will never go to encourage war, or to go to consume alcohol and cigarettes, or go to buy medicines. So the safe soil movement means the fall down of the three biggest industries in the world. This means the fall down of the negative satanic life-sucking matrix on which we live right now. This is why, after 2.5 years of launching the safe soil movement, the Moroccan media never mentioned the safe soil policies or the safe soil movement ever. And they will never do, because we don't have leaders, we have followers. It's the citizens who must be the leaders. And we're waiting for you guys to wake up from this matrix and to start doing what really matters for all of us before food wars hit us. As the American coach of personal development, Jim Rohn, said, before you seek the exotics, you must first master the basics. Here in Morocco, we're doing the exact opposite. We seek the exotics first, and then we cry about the basics. The basics are food and water, and we're going to be in need of them. So, before we become a regretful generation, let's do what's important. The most urgent thing to do right now is to implement the safe soil policies. We need them. It's a matter of life or death. This is not something about an ecological problem or something about climate change. This is about survival needs. We've reached that point where now we don't have any other choice but to implement the safe soil policies. people will start fighting for food and water. Now the fourth global issue is the climate change. Carbon dioxide stored in soil is 3 times that in the living plants and 2 times that in the atmosphere. If soil is not revitalized, it could release 850 billion tons of carbon dioxide in the air, making the climate change problem even worse. So soil is very crucial for carbon sequestration. The fifth global issue is the loss of livelihood. Thousands of farmers have committed suicide because of desertification and soil depletion. Just in India, during the last 30 years, their number reached 300,000 farmers. Globally, 74% of the poor are directly affected by desertification. It is estimated that desertification is costing the world up to $10.6 trillion every year. This is an economical genocide now. I'm sure that if we implement the safe soil policies in all countries of the world, we will not reach such a huge number. Actually, the solution is very simple. It doesn't require any funds, just small things and awareness, because most of the farmers right now, they don't have the information, and they're also contributing in the phenomenon of soil extinction, in the destruction and the killing of the biomass insects living in the soil, but their way of doing farming. Right now, farmers, what they do, they plow the land, and the biomass insects, they were underground, hidden from the sun rays. But when they plow the land, they expose the biomass insects who were underground. They become on the top of the surface of the soil, and sun burns them to death. The right solution is to do something called the agroforestry, which means to plant bushes and trees in the farming land. And this way, when they plow the land, these biomass insects remain under the shade of the bushes and trees, and they stay alive. The more biomass insects are present in the soil, the better for us, for our health, because they're responsible of the level of vitamins and nutrients present in our food. A land is considered desert when the level of organic matter in it is below 1%, which is the case of most land in Africa. These safe soil policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil. The most richest soil in the world, agricultural soil, I'm not talking about the jungles, was in Ukraine. And no wonder why Russia started a war against Ukraine. This is to fight people's consciousness, to fight the richness of the land, which is the soil, so that they make sure that no soil in any land in the world is rich, because a rich soil means rich people, rich in their minds, in their presence, in their hearts, in their consciousness and awareness. We only have one solution left now. It is consciousness. You cannot fight darkness You cannot fight negativity by negativity. This will generate only more negativity. You can fight negativity by positivity. You can fight darkness. You cannot fight darkness with darkness. You must bring the light of consciousness to darkness so that darkness can disappear. And we're living in a very dark world. Dark because it's the hidden societies who are ruling the world and making us live in the modern slavery system, the 9-to-5 jobs, the dictatorship disguised in democracy. Democracy means that it's the people who are ruling the country, and we don't feel like it's us that are ruling. It's because we don't have consciousness and awareness. We need to have these things to be responsible for ourselves, because leaders are not supposed to rule. They're just supposed to fulfill people's demands. But when you have alcohol and cigarettes as the second biggest industry in the world, this means that people are absent, they're unaware, unconscious, they're not even here. So to decide or to give their opinions, so the rulers will do whatever they want. They will take us wherever they want. And the hidden societies, the lobbies, they have only one place for us to go. They want to lead us to the slaughterhouse. Coronavirus is a man-made virus destined to kill billions of people. The lockdown was destined to be a permanent lockdown. Luckily, their plan didn't work out 100%. There will be other attempts to do so. So this is why we must be aware and conscious about what's going on under the rug, behind the scenes. We should not allow these three big industries, which are destroying people's consciousness, people's awareness, and the richness of people, which is the land. Because this is a satanic matrix. As they say that the devil is the king of this world. So the devil has succeeded in creating his world, and he's using, because the devil and God are spiritual beings, they're not acting by themselves, they use people to act. So there are the devil's children and the God's children, and you must be aware to choose on which side you want to play. What power do you want to encourage? Do you want the world to be a grave for all lives, or do you want freedom, happiness, joy, abundance, wealth, which is your birthright? It's your call. The sixth global issue is conflicts and migrations. Land issues have played a significant role in over 90% of the major wars and conflicts in Africa since 1990. Population growth combined with food and water scarcity could lead over 1 billion people to migrate to other regions and countries by 2050. From the French Revolution to the Arab Spring, high food prices have been cited as a factor behind mass protest movements. And it's the same history repeating itself over and over and over again. So we better be conscious, we better be aware to avoid these catastrophes to keep hitting us. Because when you are unaware, when you are unconscious about what's going on, you can't fight back. You can't do anything. You don't have the information, the knowledge. As they say, knowledge is power. Because when you know something, when you're aware of something, now you have the power to change it, to resist, to counterattack. Now you have the power to act. When you act, you change things. And most people are programmed by this matrix to live in fear, to think that we are powerless. We can't change the world. Let me tell you something. You are not powerless. You are powerful beyond measure. And the proof that you are powerful beyond measure is that the lobbies, the hidden societies, have started a war against you since you were a kid, so that they can have an easy win over you, because they know if they waited until you become an adult, they will lose. And right now, even if you are an adult, if you become aware of these things and you start changing the paradigm imposed by the matrix on us, even now you will win. Because the most powerful weapon on this planet is the human mind. And they have attacked our mind. They attacked our most powerful thing, which is the mind, because the mind has the power to create. They have attacked our power of creation by programming us to be negative. We've been conditioned, brainwashed to stay in the negative vibes, negative way of thinking, negative way of existing. This way is not helpful for us. We need to change it, because you must know something about the narcissists. Most of these hidden societies and lobbies are narcissistic individuals, and the narcissist craves two things: power, I mean control, and attention. This is all about control, because when you are not controlled, you will do unexpected things, and the narcissist hates unexpected things, because it puts them into a position of not controlling anymore. So the better way to control your life, your future and your destiny is by controlling your way of thinking, your paradigm, your imagination. Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of anything. Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. And what is life's coming attractions? It's the future. It's what you attract to yourself. It's what's coming on the horizon. So these folks, these bunch of so-called elites, they call themselves elites. I call them the elites of cowards, because you can't find more coward people than them elsewhere. They're all gathering there in the hidden societies. If they were not cowards, they would show themselves like most people do. But they're cowards, they're hiding. They're using the darkness and the ignorance of people to thrive. This is pure cowardness. Because information must be given to everyone. We're all equal under God's eyes. As Bruce Lee said, under the heavens, we are one big family. So this bunch of narcissists have decided to control our minds, our way of thinking, so that what we create will be their world. So now we're fulfilling their dreams. This is the case of this matrix. If you don't have your own vision, own dream, own goals, you will be exploited by those who have them. You will just be exploited and work for others to fulfill their dreams, their goals, their visions. This is why it's important to wake up to this matrix and to see it as it is. Now you must know that nobody has ever started at the top. The best news is that we can change this, because as the American coach John Canary said, there is a season to sow and there is a season to reap. And right now we are sowing what they have, we are reaping what they have sown in our minds, which is a mindset, a scarcity mindset, a mindset of negativity, resentment, self-hatred, etc., negative things. You cannot have a negative mindset and expect positive results. It's impossible. But know that life happens by seasons. There is a season to sow and there is a season to reap. And right now we can begin a new season of sowing and begin to sow what we want, a positive things, positive life, so that in few years we can begin to reap what we have started right now. It's possible. Many folks in the world have done this. They have succeeded in changing their lives. You can do it too. As they say, nobody has ever started at the top. Confucius said, it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop. The only thing you make sure is to never stop, never give up on your dreams. It's possible. And don't underestimate your small actions. As Napoleon Hill called them, the baby steps. Those baby steps are very important because they can make room for other baby steps. And if you accumulate the baby steps, you will one day find yourself having done a giant step. So don't underestimate this work. It will take time, yes. It will be painful, yes. It will be hard, yes. But it's possible. That's all that matters. It's possible. Know that it's possible. And start working on it. It's worth it. We're not talking about something small. We're talking about your freedom. Freedom, even though there is the word free in freedom, it's not free. It comes with sacrifices, with a price. The price is to leave behind everything. To leave everything. Who you are as a person, your friends, your family, your choices, your diet, physical and mental diet, everything. You need to become a new creation. As Jim Rohn said, when you change, everything will change for you. To change what? To change your personality, your attitude. You cannot change your personality just by changing clothes. You need to change everything, the way you think. You need a new paradigm, because your actual paradigm has brought you here. It attracts people, events, friends, families, programs, TV shows. Choices, my friend. You have choices to do. Your paradigm controls your life. They control our destiny by controlling our choices. Most people have two superpowers: the power of speech and the power of choice. When you open your mouth to speak, you will speak about the news. It's their work. You don't have to watch the news. The news are there to keep you in fear, to keep you in the lower vibrations. Instead of watching the news, start watching personal development videos. Instead of reading the newspaper, start to read business books, personal development books. This is the rule. Anything and anyone who doesn't help you to grow, to become a better person, to reach your best version ever, to become better, to improve your life, cut them off of your life. They have nothing to do in your life. As the American coach Les Brown said, get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dreams. You must be serious about your work. Jim Rohn said that you will be successful when you will work hard on your dream, harder than the work that you do in your job. So you need to change your lifestyle, your habits, daily habits, to make new choices, new decisions. As Anthony Robbins said, the choices that we make shape our destiny. And because you will find that it is difficult and it takes time, a lot of time. Don't get discouraged. Remember what Earl Nightingale said: don't give up on your dream just because of the time it will take you to get there, because time will anyway pass. Time will pass. If you act, you have a chance to change. If you don't act, time will pass and nothing will happen. There will be no change. Change can only come from you. If you want to change the world, you need to change yourself. You cannot force people to change. They will never change. But they will change if you change your attitude towards them. So everything comes from you. Your spine is the axis of the universe, your world. Live according to your dreams, your rules, your visions. Follow your plan, your agendas. Don't live according to somebody else's agendas. And you will succeed. Don't give up. Continue. It's hard, but it's possible. If you need some inspiration, there is a movie called Soul Surfer. It's the story of a teenager passionate about surfing, and a shark will attack her and eat her arm. So she will become handicapped. She will be discouraged and feel depressed. Why does this happen to her? She couldn't surf anymore. She lost everything. She thinks that she lost everything, but she didn't lose everything. So her father will say to her, it will be difficult, but possible. No, he said to her, it is possible, but not easy. And she said, I don't need easy, I just need possible. So it's possible. If you want to know that if your dream is possible or not, it's possible. But to achieve it is another story, because between possibility and reality there is a distance to walk, and do you have what it takes to walk the distance? You will be tested by time. You can do this. As British Nicole said, when life gets tough, learn how to rest, but never give up. So, it's possible to change your life for the better. All you have to do is to be aware of it and start doing the right choices. The choices, the new choices, the ones that you never dared to do. This is a self-discovery. It's an adventure. You will be amazed. Not even people will be amazed by your change, but you yourself will be amazed by the person you've become. You will become a new person. You need a new personality to make new choices right now. And I will tell you what is the root of the problem. The root of the problem is the absence of love. We don't love ourselves. So the first step is to do the exercise of Louise Hay, which is the exercise of love. In her seminars, she asked from her participants, she distributed mirrors to her participants and asked for them to look at themselves in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. Make it a habit. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, you say to yourself, I love you. This exercise is very powerful. I know it can be challenging at first to say I love you for yourself, because the self-hatred is so big. You can start by building a positive relationship with yourself. You might say to yourself, hey Khalid, how are you today? Good morning. Instead of saying I love you, you can say good morning, how are you today? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Do this for a few months until you become comfortable with yourself, and then you can go for the next level, which is to say to yourself, I love you. Hey Khalid, how are you today? I'm fine, thank you. And you? I'm fine too, thank you. And I love you. And I love you too. And keep doing this. This self-love will grow over the time to reach to other things, other people, other animals, other plants, until you reach safe soil movement and become a loving person. You become for life, for everyone. You become for freedom, and not against life and against freedom. Because when you have self-hatred, you are against life, you are against freedom, you are against yourself, you are against others. This is not the right way to be. There has been enough scientific studies showing that the body and the mind are most sufficient when you are joyful, not when you are angry. So the best way to be is to be happy, to be joyful. This is why Voltaire said, "J'ai choisi d'être heureux parce que c'est bon pour ma santé," which means I have decided to be happy because it's good for my health. Even though in the 18th century they knew this. And right now we have been programmed in this matrix to be resentful, to be in lower frequencies, thinking that it's the best way to be. Actually, it's the worst way to be. It's to be resentful, hatred, and angry. When you're angry, there is poison in your blood. The body secretes some poisonous things, elements. It's not good for health to be angry, to be in the frequencies of anxiety, depression, hatred, and jealousy, and the lower frequencies and lower emotions. It's not right, it's not the best way to be. The best way to be is to be joyful, at peace, relaxed, happy, friendly, kind, positivity, man. You can do this. It's just a habit. Of course, in this work, you will find out that other folks will try to stop you because it's something new for them. This is the nature of the matrix. People are programmed, conditioned, brainwashed to be negative. They're like crabs in the bucket. If someone tries to climb up, the others will catch them and bring him down. So you need to develop some muscles. You need to have a kind of a mindset out of this world. As Les Brown said, if you want to have things that others don't have, then you must be willing to do things that others are not willing to do. You need to do the hard choices, to make the hard decisions. Those decisions that you're afraid of, you need to do them. You need to go there. You need to discover what's there. You need to go to this dark place, doing the dark nights of the soul. You need to heal these things. You need to bring the light of consciousness in darkness in order to change. Change will not happen just like that. It's you. The universe is just, it's like an AI, an artificial intelligence. It's a program. The language of the universe is not words, it's emotions. Emotions are energy, it's vibration. You speak to the universe in terms of energy. You attract to yourself by the law of attraction. By the way, the law of attraction is a secondary law. The primary law is the law of vibration. You attract to yourself what you are vibrating at. It's a frequency, it's a number. So you can speak to the universe whatever you want. It won't listen. It responds only to your vibration, to your frequency. This is why you need to change your frequency. Your thoughts are frequencies. Your words are frequencies. What you eat in terms of food are frequencies. For example, the unity of vibration is called angstroms. Meat, for example, meat contains 0 angstroms. To manifest the life of your dream, you need more angstroms. You don't need elements that contain 0 angstroms. This is why I stopped eating meat. I am 100% vegan. Because meat contains, because of 2 reasons. First one is that meat contains 0 angstroms. And second one is that the digestive system of human is vegetarian. You don't have the digestive system to digest meat, my friends. But as they say in the Bible, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. You don't have the knowledge. Knowledge is power. You need to have the knowledge so that you be empowered to do the right things. As Sadhguru said, if you do the right things, then the right things will start happening to you. So it's time to start doing the right things so that the right things will start happening to us. Because the wrong things, we've had enough of bad experiences in life. Enough is enough. We've suffered a lot. We've suffered enough. It's time for change. And change will come from you. It will come from us, the citizens, by uplifting each other, inspiring each other, encouraging each other, uplifting each other, helping each other, supporting each other, loving each other. We need to do a new way of existing, a new way of behaving, and not continue to behave as our parents did and our grandparents did. This is the essence of evolution. If we continue to do the same thing and repeating the same mistakes of our parents and grandparents, what is the point of living? Life is about growth. It's about change. It's about becoming better every day. It's about trying to reach your best version ever. So with this, my friends, I will finish this video. I love you guys. I wish you the best. And I'll see you tomorrow. This is Captain Soil speaking. Save soil, let's make it happen. Salute.